What is the night before rule? Well, today in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what it is. Since I was a kid, I've had one habit that's completely changed the way I get things done. It's not complicated at all, and it doesn't require like anything, like no planners, no apps, no nothing. All you need is a piece of paper and a pen. But here's the thing, most people waste their mornings trying to figure out what the heck to do in the day. And by the time they get started, they're like already scrambling because they're like, I don't know what's happening. So the secret is actually what you do the night before. So my biggest fear would be to wake up and say, what am I gonna do today? I have always planned out my day the day before, and on the days that I haven't or forgot or whatever, I wake up the next day and I'm like, crap, because then I have to waste time of my precious time figuring out what am I gonna do with my time when I could have just done it in advance the night before. Today is Sunday, which means I will be planning out my entire week ahead of me. So I'm gonna take you through how I plan with my pop journal, which is peace out bye. It's a to-do list journal thing that I designed back in February because I could not find the perfect daily to-do list planner that I liked. Copying and pasting circles and putting them where they need to go. So that's what I've been doing for the past, like, that's good enough, I guess. What the heck? Why is it not going to, oh, no. Because all of them were teeny tiny, had no room for notes, nothing, didn't have schedules, they just didn't have things that I wanted. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make my own. So I did. Available on Amazon, link below. So before this, and before any of my other planners that I've tried in the past, when I was but a wee baby boy, I really like to say baby boy. When I was just a little baby girl.
Let me hear you bark, doggy.
I get my hands on a piece of paper and a pen, whether that's a notebook, a sticky note, an index card, a kawaii memo sheet pad. All right, I'm in my art studio. If you guys have been here for like years, you've seen this place. It is so messy in here. Underneath the Dragon Ball Z display, we have this drawer here with all of my kawaii things. I have a lot of them. I would collect them. Look, it's Rilakkuma! I'd use my little popcorn bear here and write what I need to do for the day. Look how cute they are. Look how cutie! Oh, that one's so cute! Oh, it's like my kawaii eraser. I forgot about, what the heck is that? Last Madeline artifact, my first YouTube video I ever made when I was 8 years old, was a tutorial on how to make Gary the Snail out of polymer clay. This is a relic of history of Madeline Mac and YouTubing. I would get my hands on a piece of paper and some pen, and I'd write the date. I'd write to do, and then the stars stand for high priority items that must be completed, and then the other ones are less priority. Now, I literally just made this to-do list up as I wrote it. These are not my actual things to do, but they're kind of my things to do, I guess. This is what my to-do list journal would look like if I didn't have one. And I work in timers, and I always have. So let's say work for 4 hours. I'd set a 4-hour timer on my phone, get that completed and checked off once that 4 hours is complete. And now I have to pause the timer whenever I stop working and repause it or unpause it whenever I start working again. So it's actually 4 hours of work. If I do 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, that would be checked off. And then read for 30 minutes. Set a 30-minute timer and sit there and read for 30 minutes. Back in the good old days of AR test, does anyone know what that is? Has anyone else taken an AR test? Leave in the comments below. It's like basically you read a book and then you have to take a test on it in elementary school. Well, you get AR points if you like read more books and took more tests, and like bigger books were more points. So I got obsessively competitive about it, and I would make myself go home and read at least 100 pages a day of a book. Every day I had to hit 100 pages a day, and I still got second. Yeah, that was one of my to-do lists for a long time. My to-do list would say, read 100 pages after school. And I'd sit in my room for like 3 hours. Back in high school, I would study, and I'd say depending on how much stuff I needed to memorize, I would either study for 30 minutes, an hour, to 4 hours. And I'd set a timer, and I'd sit there at my desk and get to work. And then after that timer was up, I'd check it off and maybe even do a little bit more if I felt like I needed. But I've always worked like that. That makes the task actually check markable, so you know actually how much input you put in. Because if you just wrote work, and if you just wrote read my book.
Hey, I have 2 books. One of them I wrote when I was 13, the other one when I was 16, if you want to get them on Amazon.
You might be tempted to work for 5 minutes and say, check, I worked. No, you need to put the parameters of what does it mean when this task is completed. Does it mean the entire assignment, homework assignment will be done? So do you need to write finish my homework? Do you need to write study through all 12 chapters? Whatever it is, you need to make sure that your brain can see the beginning and the end of the task so that you can check it off without half. If you're not gonna plan your day the day before, do it right first thing in the morning. So yeah, you do not need a fancy journal or anything, literally a notebook or a piece of paper, a Post-it note. Also, I used to, for a while, have a very, very, very large to-do list on my Reminders app. I would use my Reminders app as my to-do list. So yeah, it just says to-dos. So this was my to-do list. Now it just has like random ideas and stuff in there because I don't like that it's digital. I do not like digital planners. I like my notes to be on paper. I like my books to be on paper. I like my to-do lists to be on paper. It's also kind of out of fear because I had an app that I used to log all of my workouts in, and then the app like stopped functioning. So all of the workouts I logged for like a year and a half, gone. Like I can't open the app and I'm like, anyways. So yeah, you do not need anything fancy. Literally some loose leaf paper will work. Just have something that you can write on that says to do, and then put the things to do that you can do over and over and over again for every single day of your life. So my entire day has been planned yesterday. I'll be showing you how I'm going to start this journal because I have 4 days left in my first one. We will plan next week and fill this puppy out after I finish a few critical tasks of the morning, so. Andy Frisella also talks about this thing called the power list, which is basically 5 critical tasks that you must complete every single day. And if you use it correctly, you will always win the day. And he explains it all, I think, on episode 16 of his podcast, if you want to hear about the power list. Goodness gracious. So, work took a lot longer than I thought it was gonna take, but it's okay, everything's fine. I still need to plan out tomorrow and every single day next week. And I also need to fill out this bad boy. I'm gonna be like Sam Selleck. Here we go. I put makeup on to look more presentable. Are you alive? Oh shoot, I think I need water. Might have just spilled that everywhere. I did. This is why I always have paper towels. I will probably spill something and get dirt everywhere. Ever since I made this, I've been getting so many questions. Can you please do a tutorial? Can you please do a flip through? Can you please show us like everything about it? And I haven't really done that yet. I've done like some stories and stuff, but that's not very helpful. So I need to, okay. I was just gonna be like, what do I need to do? I'm just gonna look at my to-do list really quick because I wrote down everything I need to do for this video. Actually, I want black. So I did my work for the morning, I read my Bible, content plans, vision board. So what we're gonna do this week is I'm gonna fill out all of next week, my content plans, what I'm gonna do every single day, workouts, everything for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I'm pretty sure Saturday is the first day that I'll start this one. So I'll also start this, which I need to do the vision board for it. There is a journal of the moment right now that you're in. Again, you can use a piece of notebook paper, literally write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You do not need anything special. Here is my vision board right now. And it's kind of funny because like I built my office during this time. I've launched my business. I do not have an apartment yet because I'm not gonna move out when I am alone, and I'm currently cutting. Books I've read. Did I read another book? Fourth Turning, Awaken the Giant. Oh, I need to add a book that I read. I forgot to add this. Science. I don't even think those are all the books I read. I think I read more than that and I just kept forgetting to write them down. I don't know. I think that might be right. Influence. That doesn't look like that many books, but I've definitely been reading. I don't know. I don't know. I think I forgot to write books down. It's fine. I think that's kind of weird. All right, so what I'm gonna do is start planning tomorrow, and then I'll plan Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, with the help of AI. So I use the Notion thing, and it has like all of my ideas. I kind of go crazy. People are asking me, how do you use it? How do you use it? It makes no sense. I have a very artistic brain because I am an artiste. So everything I do is very kind of like, if even my to-do list look like that, like my handwriting, like everything is like crazy. There's like no specific way I do anything. I literally just write things down with bullet points and yeah. So my priority, I have a little section here that says prioritize to-dos. Now, when I'm not on 75 hard, it is not filled with the 75 hard things, but since I am on 75 hard, this is how I go. So I do Bible, 10 pages, workout 1, workout 2, stretch, and then gallon, and then I have to do another little star because I only put 5 there. Picture. So you do not have to do that. You can write whatever your 5 critical tasks are for the day, whether it's read your Bible, workout, study for 3 hours, whatever it is, put that in your prioritize. And then on the to-do section, so to the left, I will do all of the other things I need to do in the day. So I've also been making sure to do a teeny tiny little journal at the end of every day, just kind of like a little mini day recap, which you can do on the POB journal right here in the corner, but I usually don't have enough room right here. So I like to do it on I have a Google Notes. I have a Google Doc on my phone and I just do like a little Google. I do a little journal at the end of every day on Google Docs on my phone. So emails, check accounts, journal, and I also need to weigh myself. That's all I have to do tomorrow. Tomorrow is August 18th. It's really hard to write with a camera in my hand, but yeah. T-shirts are launching tomorrow, so by the time you're watching this, it'll be Tuesday.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Should I insert some behind the scenes of making the t-shirts? Behind the scenes of making t-shirts. All right, guys, so it is August 9th, and my t-shirt printer said that they're setting up the screen prints today. So we're gonna head on over there and see what these look like before they're printed. So because I accidentally made a luxury sweatsuit that is $260, I wanted to make Peace Out Buy stuff more available to everyone. So t-shirts it is, and they were locally printed here in my small town. So that's cool. I got to go visit and see the magic happen. So these are my designs that I drew by my hands, and yeah, I used Procreate and Photoshop to make these designs, and then sent them in and got them printed. So there you go. Here they all are on me. T-shirt maker. Okay, so back to planning my week. I literally will just do what I just did for every single day of the week. I'll look at all my ideas for the content that I need to create, the people I need to contact, any work that needs to be done. I will be writing that down. The first day I started this journal was February 16th of 2025. So you do not have to start it it's like start it whenever. So I'll write. So I get the paperback. If you want a hardback cover, this is what it's like. My dad put all these stickers all over it from his bodybuilding show stuff. So that's a fun way to decorate it. I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute, Dad. He was like, yeah, I know, it's so cute. And I was like, yeah. But if you happen to have some Peace Out Buy stickers. Okay, I've been editing this for like the past 6 hours. I don't think I've ever made a video that I've linked all of my things before. This is a world record. I have tried to plug all of my things my journal, my books, my t-shirts, my sweatsuit, and stickers. I'm a pretty good used car salesman, not gonna lie. Might be really fun. Or whatever stickers you want. Or put some stickers on your plain notebook and write to do on it or whatever. Whatever, you don't have to get this. I'm just telling you what I do. I'm not saying that you need to buy this. All right, so instead of like blabbering on, this door is open, it's gonna drive me nuts. Instead of blabbering on and on and on and on, I actually need to plan out my week. So B-roll. Okay, so I have planned out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but now I'm on the last day. That's Wednesday, is the last day of my planner. So it's time to start the new one, shall we? It's a little beat up. I mean, I take this thing everywhere I go. So a lot of suitcases, a lot of bags full of stuff. Now it is time to start with this nice, clean, pristine one that I'm probably going to ruin as well. But it's okay. It is already kind of bent. What the heck? Let's just do a little flip through, shall we? Okay, so first up we got vocab lesson of what does get mean. And then I wrote like kind of a book. Not really a book, it's more like a instruction. It's kind of like a book. It's like a little journal entry thing of like what a to-do list means to me. So you can read all that if you want. And then I even say like the ultimate goals maker, how to make your goal, how to dream big, all that stuff, that's in the beginning. And then because I mean, why would you need a to-do list if you're not like trying to get out there and achieve something? You know what I mean? So like the whole point of a to-do list is to do the daily tasks necessary in order to see your dream vision come true. You know what I mean? And of course, my meal plan that I put in this book is I don't eat the protein oatmeal in the morning right now. Workout is basically the same exact thing. Like literally, I haven't done, dude, I haven't done back squatting forever. No, I love it. That's why I hate it. I should have done another one.
No, I don't think you have.
And then we have my vision board. And then the journal, how life is at the moment. Just fill in like, how is your life at the moment? Progress pictures, books read during this half year. So there's a little bookshelf. You can just put your books on there. And then books I want to read, podcasts I want to listen to. And then we have the full week spread. So it has a last week review journal. And then mistakes made, lessons learned, notes, and ideas. So every single week, at the beginning of the week, so on Sunday, so today, I will do a recap of Monday through Saturday. I will do a recap of Sunday to Saturday of the last week before me. So I'll be like, okay, this is what happened this past week. This is what I thought. This is what I felt. This is what I accomplished. Week overview. Just kind of like a rough little like, okay, this is what's happening this day. I usually just like write out my workouts or whatever. And then we flip to the main event, which is the daily to-do list. So at the top, you can circle what day of the week it is. Today is the date, so you can write down the date right there. And then I have the to-dos side on the left, prioritize on the right. Under the prioritized to-dos is what are you grateful for? Because I feel like that's a good reminder to just be like, Lord, thank you that I can breathe and see and walk and hear and taste and touch and smell. You know, sometimes that's how it be. So, and then the money in plus money out, or the money in, and then it says like from where, and then money out, spent where. I just have that there as like a little reminder, be like, okay, how did I make money today? Did I make any money today? How much was it? And then what did I buy today? Like, I think that's important to like be consciously always kind of just like thinking about your money and how you're spending it and how you're making it and all the things. And also it's kind of interesting to like see this, like imagine you and yourself in 20 years coming back to one of these journals and being like, oh my gosh, that was like a lot of money to me back then. And now you're flipping ballin' and you're like, hey, let's go. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. A lot of you guys said a habit tracker. So I made a little teeny tiny habit tracker. I actually don't really use it, but I know you guys wanted it. So I put that there. This one, time spent in focus, I think is super important. So whenever I say on my to-do list, like work for 4 hours or read or whatever, read for 30 minutes. If I do this, I'll like tally that all up and be like, okay, I actually spent 9 hours today completely focused, like flipping awesome. So that's what I put that there. And then time spent consuming. The time spent consuming is like, how long did I watch a movie for? If I watched a TV show, how long did I do that? I had a person ask me, if I watch TV shows. I don't watch TV shows. I used to when I was in middle school, and now I'm like so absorbed in like the self-development content space that I can't escape it, and that's all I watch and that's all I want to watch, and it's probably bad. I should probably like try to relax. I haven't all summer. Whenever I hang out with my boyfriend, we typically watch Star Wars or any Star Wars, Clone Wars. If I do watch a movie, if I'm gonna watch a show, if I'm gonna watch a TV show, or if I'm gonna watch a movie, it's gotta be something that is so insanely inspiring to me. Star Wars is incredibly inspiring. It's just the whole world that flippin' George Lucas has built, and then all the people in it, and then the fact that it's lasted this long, like it's just so cool. And I like to think about all the props and the creative people working on making these worlds and the costumes and the fashion, or movies about fashion. Like if I know that I'm going to be able to find value and get something out of a movie, like Shawshank Redemption or Coraline is my childhood favorite movie.
You must be the other cat.
No, I'm not the other anything. I'm me.
It always sparks my creativity. I love that movie. Love that movie.
Because I watched Dr. Steve Brule in middle school, my humor has been formed by Tim and Eric. So be careful what you watch, because you will become what you watch. And that's why I am also like very disciplined and strict on like, what am I gonna let into my brain? I used to watch horror movies all the time. And then I was like, why am I always like feeling not very good? Like this was when I was in middle school too. Like I was obsessed with horror movies. I don't watch horror movies anymore. I don't watch anything like that. It's not like I was like, we're done, cold turkey. It was more of like a very gradual, like, you know, maybe this isn't good for my brain. Even more so after dating Tyson, because he like is super like, he literally only watches cartoons and Star Wars. And not that you have to do that. I'm just saying like, what is it putting into your brain? Don't let worldly distractions. Oh, I have the beak hand, the bird hands. Crap. Don't let worldly media distractions take any energy away from you. Even if you don't realize it, they might be putting a damper on your brain and like how you think about things or what you think about situations or what you're gonna do in a situation. I watch self-developmental content because it makes me feel good, because I learn something and then I can use that thing, implement it into my life and become better. So I've become addicted to watching self-development because it's literally helping me to become a better person. So yes, I used to watch Dr. Steve Brule, which
I went to Marinara and learned all about bros.
Arguably is like the worst brain rot that you could probably ever watch.
We change each other's diapers.
Oh.
I could teach you how to do it.
But it has formed the way that I think things are funny, and I put it in my videos all the time. SpongeBob, all the cartoons I watched growing up, Courage the Cowardly Dog. But now it's like the movies I watch, like if it's gonna be like a dumb movie, like I'm not gonna watch it. Like I'm gonna look up the rating and be like, okay, I'm not flipping gonna watch it. If there is a TV show that the entire world is watching and everyone and your mother and your brother and every single person you know is telling you, watch this TV show, you need to watch it, but you don't want to because you know that it's not gonna apply to your goals, you don't have to feel like you have to watch it. Like movies like that, like movies that have a huge impact on you, I'm gonna watch that because that's like, you're gonna learn something from that. Dragon Ball Z, oh my flipping gosh, Dragon Ball Z is the world's greatest pre-workout. I haven't watched a TV show or a movie in a while. The last time I watched a movie was in theater when I watched the F1 movie. Very, very cool, very inspiring. That was a long time ago. Yes, it's been that long since I've watched a movie. I'm not trying to say like never watch a movie because I'm cool and I don't watch movies or TV shows. I'm not saying that. I prefer to watch really good movies like that with my boyfriend, and he's been working every single day night shift, so we never see each other. So I just haven't watched a movie because I just prefer to listen to self-development content when I'm doing stuff throughout the day, working out, driving, and then I read books at night and go to bed. Sometimes I hang out with my mom and dad and my family, but like I don't really watch the movies they watch because I don't like the movies they watch. So yeah, I'm not saying do not ever watch a movie. That's silly. Live your life. But I just haven't, and that's why. Okay. There's also a Bible verse about every 3 days. There's a new updated Bible verse of the day scheduled. And also I just like to like kind of see like how I've spent my time that day. And especially if I've had like a creative working block, I'll like block off like 4 hours of work, whatever I need to do. I write down my workouts here. This is where I write down my workouts. All of my workouts are always on this column. So yeah, and then today's rating, I don't do this. I need to do this better. I'll write down like, how was today? There's also a few pages of notes and ideas, the very, very back, just in case you have something you write down. And then in the very, 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 very back is a little note from me and also bookmarks. So you can just cut these out and then use them as your day, month, and week bookmarks. I know a few people who have laminated theirs, which I should probably do that because mine got all crumpled up. Like, that's a little, probably should have laminated that. Now I need to plan out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, start this new journal. So the month things are blank too, so you can write the month it is, like right here, I'm gonna do August, and then you just put all the numbers in.
Hello there. Shh.
I wrote the wrong workout on the wrong day. Oops. Bookmark August 21st, which is the first day I'll use this. And now I'm going to get my glue stick. I know it's really messy, don't look at that. Glue stick! I went to CVS and just illegally printed them at CVS, so please don't come at me, CVS, and arrest me. You know, Elon Musk said something like, make your 5-year goal into a 6-month goal. So, I mean, that's what I'm doing, I hope. This bad boy right here. Main thing, it's teensy tiny on the whole piece of paper, it's fine. I have some other pictures that I printed off. So I'm going to glue these bad boys in here and our vision board will be complete. Adjusting here. It's not like you make a vision board and it's gonna happen. It's you make a vision board, you look at it as a reminder of why you're working so hard. Like, that's what, like, as a reminder of like what you're working for, why you're working so hard, and like by being able to achieve what's in your vision board, that means you will have had to have helped people in some way. Like, you can't just put it on your vision board and it's just gonna happen. Like, you gotta put the dang work in. Okay. Oops. That's basically the thing. Plan out your day the day before. I planned out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the week ahead. Planned out all day tomorrow. I know exactly what's gonna happen tomorrow morning. Right when I open my eyes, I'll be ready to go, fired up, ready to go. And remember, you can do all of this with a single piece of paper or a notebook and a pen. You don't need anything fancy. You don't need stickers. You don't need a POB journal. You don't need nothing. You literally just need a piece of paper that says to do at the top of it. That's all you need. Like, you don't need anything fancy. You can even just use your phone. So yeah, that's the one habit. That is the night before rule or the week before rule or whatever. Plan out your dang day a day in advance, at least. Now you know how to just write down the date, do the to-do. It's that simple. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys got something out of this video, and yeah, peace out. Bye.